Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from HL Talk That Thought. Does great, wonderful content. This is actually a video that he did prior, but this is an update on that same woman. And I also did a feature on that particular video also. I'll link it down below. But this is her update. It's just how she's doing and how she's handling her divorce and her husband, finally meeting someone. So please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And let's get to that chow. It's chow time. It's wonderful that he does these series and then he can just go to these women's TikTok and just pull nice, easy vlogging content from them and pretty much putting it in a library of videos in his channel of just women's fuck ups and how they process their fuck ups, at least through divorce. Most of his features are divorce. Someone said, why don't we ever do men? Why don't we do the men's side of the story and things like that? We do. SSM Clips does that. He does, all the men send in their stories and then he reads them, and I do some of his clips too. But there's not very many TikTok clips because men don't go on TikToks crying or telling about their what the things they go through. We just don't do that. So there's not content like that. So
I just want other women to know that we don't need to hate men. They have their
Oh shit. The tune changed. What? I did not expect that. All right, keep going.
problems too. They're going through life things as well.
I miss my family. I miss being
Is it sad? And every time I see them crying, it makes me laugh so hard.
a family.
I'm going to keep my heart and my mind open, and I won't take other women beating me down because I'm not
And they say we're the bad ones. Listen to her. Other women beating her down. It's not men, it's other women.
doing what they want.
Welcome back, family.
What's up, fam?
Yes, my friends, you heard it right. Our strong, independent woman who decided to leave her husband of 30 years has just dropped a video today admitting that she will do anything to get her husband back. And the women in her comments section are big mad. You won't believe your ears.
What is this big mad? A lot of people be using this now. It's like, is this the new term of really mad? I am so out of touch with this young culture and vocabulary. Big mad. Note to self.
She has completely rejected the sister code and feminism. Before playing the update, let refresh your memory with few clips that will summarize her story until now.
Doesn't matter, rejecting it at this age, might as well just stick with it. You've gone in 50 years deep now, plus she divorced for 30 years, so I'm assuming she's at least 50 something. So most men, especially in my comment section, especially in our videos, they don't care. They are even more upset / dislike you that you were a feminist and you're trying to change now at this age when you've already hit the wall, you've already made all these mistakes. They don't want to deal with you. So it doesn't actually help you out, many women at least, to do this.
Good morning. Do you want to become a miserable old woman? I don't think any of us do. But women, you've seen those women out there. The women that are nattering and nagging their husbands, that are bitchy, that aren't nice, that seem to be so unhappy. And we think, oh God, I hope I'm never one of those miserable old women. And you know how that happens? That happens from raising a family, working, and then all of a sudden we're in our 50s and 60s and we have nothing. We don't have a life. We don't have a life separate from our family or separate from our husband.
Why do you need a life separate from your family? I don't understand. It's like you were sold this lie that being outside of your family is so much better. Your family loves you. Your family takes care of you. Your husband takes care of you. You're pretty much put on a pedestal to be able to do pretty much whatever you want if you so choose. But if you choose not to do something, then it's not the men's fault, the family's fault. After kids go to school, you can do whatever you want. You can start your career over. You can be a nurse or a teacher or a a caregiver or whatever you want to do. But most women choose to just sit on their ass and do nothing and then decide to divorce later and then screw themselves.
And so we resent everybody. So you know what you need to do? You need to get your own life.
Get her own life. That's exactly what she did by deciding to end her 30-year-old marriage.
Yep.
Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. It's amazing. I feel like a different person already. I feel like I can do whatever I want, and I'm not responsible for anybody anymore but me.
Well, it didn't take long for her to realize that her life was still miserable even after divorcing her husband.
I don't know. Things aren't going that great.
What made these women think that it would? All these single ladies out there telling them that they're living such a great single life. These young women that are just out on the streets partying. Is that what you're seeing? And is that what you're missing? And that's not what you want to join in on? Because that's ridiculous.
Keep thinking about what it used to be like when things were good. And maybe all of this was my fault. Maybe I'm a selfish, narcissistic. Maybe it's me.
Just a little.
Maybe I'm the one. I don't know, but I'm kind of struggling. All that fake, all that happy, oh, I'm doing so great. I think I was in shock. And now...
At least you knew it was fake.
It's coming like into reality, and I don't know. I know this is just a separation, and there are a lot of worse things in the world than this.
You can avoid consequences all you want, but reality is still going to hit you in the face.
I just don't know what my life's going to be like. I can't seem to remember anything bad. I just remember all the good things.
And then the feelings of
because there wasn't that much bad when you actually really think about it.
Jealousy kicked in when she learned that her ex-husband had a new, hot, young girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. The last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault. It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know. Well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship. You can't imagine your husband and your children having a great time without you, or with a new...
People having good time without you? The audacity of these people.
New woman. And I think the hard part is that because I'd been with him for so long, since I was 18, for him to be in a relationship where he
is happy,
is in one, and you can't figure it out in your mind. And then it felt like he had died. And I kept getting this sick feeling like he was gone and dead. And I almost wished he was...
In a sense, yeah, because you're never going to be able to get him back now. He's found someone better, younger. The chances of your life ever becoming back to normal or back to where it was is gone. This is probably why you feel that sense of death.
Death.
More regrets and tears for missing her family unit followed after that.
Anyway, this really lovely woman, I cut her hair and do her highlights, and I do her kids' hair and her husband. And they invited me to dinner tonight. It's Saturday night. And
isn't that awkward to be inviting your single hairdresser to your family dinner? Is that awkward? Do people really do this? Like, to invite strangers to your family dinner? Like, it's great if you do. I'm not judging you. I don't see these kind of gestures too often in real life.
I was getting ready to go, and I bought the kids little gifts, and I just thought, I'm going to go and have dinner with these people and their children.
Yeah, they're a happy family.
Instead of being at home with my own. And I wonder what I'm doing. It's really not. I don't know what to do. I don't know why I feel like this. I miss my family. I miss being a family. It's so hard. It's really hard.
Okay, now it's a little tough to watch because she's really, you know what? After my mom and dad separated, I had very similar feelings that I wish, like our family was still together and things like that. But things happen. People need to get over it, and people need to readjust their lives accordingly. This is different. You chose this. You chose this. My mother and father, I didn't get to choose. It was just how things happen. So there's no sympathy from men. There's no sympathy from us. We don't care. You're the one that ruined your family's lives. You ruined your own life. You ruined your husband's life. I'm sure you took a good chunk of his fortune. I'm sure he probably has to pay you somewhat alimony, but yet you're still living your life so single and you're not happy. You chose this. Chose this.
It just hit me. Like all of everything I've ever known is gone. My family.
It's not gone. You threw it away.
Isn't here anymore. I mean, they're here, but we're not together.
Now that you guys have the context of the story, we can watch.
God dang, like the filter and the makeup from that scene to this scene. Holy shit, she looks so different and younger. It's ridiculous, these filters.
Watch the video she just dropped today. She is now willing to do anything to win her husband back. And modern women in her comment section are trying to shame her to the point that she had to block some of them.
So, I have a few things I want to talk about, and I'm going to start, and I didn't rehearse this, but I just need to get it out.
Oh, so it makes it seem like she rehearsed. So you rehearsed all those other videos of you crying and stuff? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that what I'm hearing?
I believe that women our age, a lot of us are, and I'm not this way, but I got some.
And it's crazy. Like if you look at her face and then you look at her chest area, like the skin difference, the wrinkles and all this, it's like it's not even the same person. You can see the difference in this right here.
Like kind of comments that I want to talk about. When you're in your 50s and you're dating men in their 50s, you have to understand that we have so much wounds. Like we have so much going on. We've been through marriages and divorces, and we have children, and we've been hurt, and we have all kinds of baggage. So when women expect men to be perfect and there's never a blip, and they you check all the boxes, and you suddenly get one thing that happens and you go, that's it, I'm out.
That's what it feels like a lot of women do.
Do you understand that you're missing out on a person that could be very important to you? You might never get to know somebody because you're so focused on being treated like a queen. And I understand being treated like a queen is important. But when someone has family and children and responsibilities, they don't always have.
How important is being treated like a queen? Queens get treated like in such a certain way that, do you really want that in your life? Just to be treated nicely and fairly I think is reasonable.
All that energy to put into you. You're not a princess.
Nope.
We are human beings.
Yep.
I don't want to hate men. I'm not tired of men. I want to be kind, and I want to give back to a man. Just the same as
How the tides have turned.
I expect him to give back to me. And I'm not a dummy. I'm not going to hang out with somebody who treats me like shit. You know when that's happening. You can tell. And if it gets to the point where I feel miserable, I'm out. I know who I am. And I know that I'm valuable and I'm smart and I'm funny. And I just don't want to have this inside hatred for all men or have these preconceived ideas. Oh, that's because he's a man, or he's a misogynist, or because his opinions might be, old fashioned, or if he's a dick, you're going to know it. I'm going to know it. And there's...
Most women do, but those are the men they like.
Like, so much out there for us. And I want to keep that hope. I want to keep that feeling of excitement. I want that. And I'm going to give care packages, and I'm going to bring him coffee and make little snacks. And you know what? I'm going to get it back because I'm giving it. And if I don't, then that is a different story. I just want other women to know that we don't need to hate men. They have their problems too. They're going through life things as well.
Did you not realize these things before, lady? You only realize these things now when you're in such a tough bind in your relationship life? That's now you're realizing these things?
And yeah, some men are dicks.
I agree with that.
That's why we got, we moved on. Or it didn't work and we moved on. But I'm going to keep my heart and my mind open. I know who I am, and I'm very proud of it. And I won't take other women beating me down because I'm not doing what they want. And I'm not saying that any of you did that. There are some women that I have had to, get rid of, that are constantly after me. And I'm putting myself out here. I'm very vulnerable. And I don't think it's a bad thing, but I also, I appreciate advice, but I also can give advice.
So far, there is only one person in her comment section that is really encouraging her to get back with her husband. Her comment says, "Anyways, I'm rooting for you to get back with your husband. Even if it takes years to fix the issues that you two had, try. Be yourself with him." All the other comments are either ignoring her message or bashing her. I actually give some credit to this woman for trying her best.
I was actually going to say that too, HL. I give her some credit for making this video, being quite honest, and sharing her thoughts, trying to help younger women out there not to make her mistake. I actually appreciate that. Do I feel bad for her? No, but I do appreciate the effort that she's putting out there.
Best to get her family back, even though she is the one that destroyed it. Maybe her message will reach a few more women that will understand that the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Right.
That's it for today's video. But before we go, just remember to keep your head up, focus on your goals, and everything else will follow.
Damn right. Oh, some beautiful chow. Tasty, tasty, salty tears of post-wall divorced women. The grass is greener where you water it and you maintain it. That's where the grass is greener. Is it where you were looking at other people's grasses? If you actually maintained your own grass, you'd look just as good as everybody else's. So please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.